Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us today or this evening, wherever you are, whatever time it is. I'm Sophia Lucia Parola with Garden State Film Festival. From March 21st through March 24th this year, you can check out the 22nd annual Garden State Film Festival. This year, our lineup has over 200 films from 14 different countries, all various topics, all various lengths, super creative, such a good lineup. I've been having so much fun watching these films and getting the opportunity to interview some of the filmmakers. And we are doing that once again right now. I am here with the writer, directors, and producers of a short documentary, homegrown documentary called Trinity Hall Origins. Chloe Toole and Teresa Kiernan, thank you for joining me and congratulations on your acceptance.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Oh, it's my pleasure. I'm so excited to talk to you guys today about this film and about the school and all this good stuff. But before we get into it, I'd love for you both to just introduce yourselves for me and the audience.
Sure. So my name is Teresa Kiernan. I'm the head of school at Trinity Hall, and I have been with Trinity Hall since we opened in 2013.
Amazing. Thank you, Teresa.
And I'm Chloe Toole. I am the communications manager at Trinity Hall, and I am also an alumni from the first ever graduating class of Trinity Hall. And Teresa and I are the co-creators of the film.
Woo! Amazing. It's so cool that you both have been there with the school for basically as long as it's started, and obviously probably the best people to make a documentary about it. So
Yeah.
how did this all start? First, tell me about the documentary and how it all started.
So going back, years and years ago, when you're starting a school, that's a unique experience. And I think there were a lot of people that knew how special this opportunity was for educators to start a school. And there was no all girls school in our area. We're in Monmouth County. There's no local all girls schools. And it was really proven through a feasibility study that it was desired and would be successful. So I've been with the school since then. And as we moved through stages and throughout those years, I knew as we were living the experience that it was unique and really historic, and we needed to document everything that we were doing. For some time down the road, whether it was me or someone else would put together this story. So I saved all of the magazine articles, the newspaper articles, the tweets, the Facebook posts, the pictures, the little video clips, anything that we had, I saved. If it was paper, I took it and I put it away in a cabinet, and it was a big messy pile. And but I kind of called it the archives because I knew this stuff was there. I was just kind of like just putting it away for the future. So it was definitely a thought in my head that as we went through the process of starting the school and the early days of the school back when Chloe was still a student here, that we needed to really just kind of keep a hold of everything, all the ephemeral stuff that could disappear and be nobody would ever see it again. The first ad that we ever created, the videos of the students doing whatever they were doing, that made it such a unique experience for everyone. So I held on to all that stuff, and at a certain point we hit, it was probably about 2.5 years ago, where we're in our 11th year now. And so we were approaching kind of our 10-year anniversary. And I knew that that was about the right time. I thought, kind of celebrating that first decade, that it would be a really great story to tell, because there were a lot of people, and we went through so much, as you'll see in the film. There was a lot of, twists and turns and really personal stories of our founders and our founding school faculty that needed to be told. And so the people that are here at the school now, a lot of them, whether they're students or families of students or even new faculty and staff, they don't necessarily know the history and how recent it was. So that's kind of all the background that really motivated me to create some sort of piece. And I really felt strongly that it could be a rather short documentary, and that's pretty much where the idea came from. and then enter Chloe Toole, who helped me put it together.
I mean, let me just first say, amazing that like not only did you like one day I want to make a documentary, but you already prepared for those 10 years, saving all these clips. Like, what a better way to like obviously amazing producer on your part because you guys didn't have to dig through these
Thank you.
footages. You got all of them. Amazing. So Chloe, talk to
Mhm.
me about how you came into the picture and how you guys collaborated to start this documentary.
Yeah, of course. So I was hired at Trinity Hall in September of 2021, and it was actually on the first phone call I ever had with Teresa about the position that she first brought up making a documentary. So obviously I was very intrigued because I was like, what, how could I even be involved? Like, this sounds amazing. And, you know, for the first few months of working, we talked about it here and there. And Teresa, you know, reached out to some filmmakers about possibly making one for us. But it, you know, as a school, we're kind of on a budget and we kind of need to
Mm.
make things happen for ourselves. So we didn't end up going with a filmmaker. And Teresa was like, we just got to do this thing ourselves because, you know, we kind of know the story and Teresa said she had all the archive stuff. So like we knew that we could do it. Um, when Teresa said we're making this documentary ourselves, I was like, we can do this. So let's just start figuring out how to do it. So I do love watching documentaries. So I kind of first went to Netflix and just like watched a bunch of documentaries. And then I just kind of used the internet to be able to get the resources that I needed. I did have some background in editing videos, but not to the extent of what it ended up being. But I really used the resources on the internet to really give me the effects and the different you know, editing shortcuts and color matching and audio mixing, all that stuff. It was like self-taught. I just found resources on the internet that helped me do it. But yeah, it was an amazing process. We collaborated a lot, from writing out the questions that we wanted to ask our founders and our founding head of school to creating the final storyline. Something I also loved doing was I transcribed all of the interviews that we took, and me and Teresa would sit down and literally just like pick different words and phrases that they said and like match them up and how we wanted the storyline to go. So the whole process was very collaborative from the moment we started till the moment we ended. And it was honestly one of the most fulfilling experiences just collaborating with Teresa because she has an amazing mind, and to even think about creating a documentary is an amazing thing, but then to see it through, it just really was such a fulfilling experience.
Wow. And both first time filmmakers and first time making a documentary.
Oh yeah,
Oh
Sure.
my gosh.
Yeah.
And am I hearing it correctly? So Chloe, you edited this? I
I
didn't even.
did.
Oh my gosh. So who was the DP on this too? Or was that you guys as well?
We had a professional filmmaker who did the the principal photography,
Mm,
he did the interviews, he did some kind of some interiors, he did some of the B-roll, he did that for us, and we just hired him at his day rate, and that saved us a significant amount of time because money, because
yeah.
as Chloe said, we are a nonprofit school, and we do not pretend to be trained filmmakers. Like, I'm sure there's tons and tons of filmmakers who are lucky enough to be in this film festival, and we are so honored to be a part of this as first-time filmmakers. But I think what we really felt passionately about was that we had to be good stewards of the budget that we had. We were responsible for we didn't want to spend, as I said, we're a nonprofit, so we couldn't spend a whole lot of money on
Mm.
something. And we were really confident in the story. We felt that the story was compelling. And if we just kept things simple, we could pull together something that would be a really compelling story that people would enjoy watching.
Mm.
And as I said, we're really honored that our story was chosen to be included in the Garden State Film Festival.
So both of you wrote this and directed this, and I'm always so interested when I talk to writers and directors of documentaries because it's like, does the story kind of write itself as you're getting these interviews and then you're in the editing process, or did you guys know exactly from the start who you're going to interview and what that this documentary would look like?
I think so. We knew who we wanted to interview. We have four founders and a founding head of school, and we knew if we wanted to keep the documentary streamlined, it had to be them who was telling the story because
Mhm.
they were kind of our main storytellers. And then for like the actual content, some of it had to be chronological just because we are telling kind of a history. So
Right.
that stuff had to be chronological, but they said so many amazing, inspiring things that the end of the film kind of took on a life of its own, where it really was about girls' education and empowering our students and what the future of the school is going to look like. So that we had a little more creativity to see where the interviews took us. But really, the beginning was more chronological, whereas the end kind of took on a life of its own.
Mm. So, Teresa, you are the current interim head of this school. You're obviously a huge part of this documentary. You're the reason why it all started. What does this documentary mean to you? And did it come out the way you kind of envisioned it 10 years ago or however long ago?
Yeah, it means so much to me, and to Chloe too. I won't speak for her, but for both of us, it was such a passion project that we couldn't, at any price, turn it over to someone else, because we really felt like we knew the details that were important and the gems of stories that were important that we really wanted to share with everyone. This means so much to me on a personal level. The school means so much to me, and I'm really excited to share with you that I was recently named the official head of school. So I'm no longer interim head. Breaking news! I am now the head of school. So, which is something that I couldn't have even imagined. But I think that this documentary and working with Chloe, it turned out better than I kind of imagined. And I'm really happy with the story. And I'm really excited about all of the stuff, the cutting room floor stuff that we didn't include in the documentary, that we can maybe let trickle out to kind of round out some of the other stories that weren't told in the film.
Wow. Congratulations, Teresa.
Thank you.
Not
Yeah,
surprised.
thank you.
Not surprised. You guys just, you make things happen. And I love that you both
Yes.
are powerful women. I just love this. Chloe, yeah, similar to you. I mean, you were there the first year. You're an alumni. You're now working as the communications manager there. A huge part of this documentary. What are your hopes for people at Garden State Film Festival or any audiences who watch Trinity Hall Origins? What are your hopes for them to take away?
I really hope that they take away how much hard work it is, being a part of the founding of a school. I mean,
Mhm.
our founders, the founding faculty, the founding students, we went through a lot together. And that was like a very binding experience for us. It's something that they talk about in the film. But it really like set the culture of the school, that we were kind of like the underdogs. We were just kind of like you said, just making things work. We had to, uh, you know, we had to show that we were actually a real school, that we were going to be doing this. And I hope that they just take away that there were people that worked really hard for this school to be, the thriving school it is now. So, like you said, you didn't even know that Trinity Hall was a thing in Monmouth County. So I hope that they see us as kind of the powerhouse that we've kind of grown to be, and just are inspired to maybe start something there for themselves.
Love that. And yeah, I was just about to say, I couldn't, I don't think I said it in the interview in live, but yeah, lived my whole life in New Jersey, in Monmouth County, and I had no idea that Trinity Hall exists, which I'm embarrassed to say, but now I know so much about it from watching this documentary and talking to you too. And last question for you. I mean, this is a homegrown documentary. The school is in Monmouth County. Both of you are in New Jersey. How does it feel having this premiere at the Garden State Film Festival, which is the first premiere festival in New Jersey, huge indie film festival? Yeah, how does it feel having it this year at this festival specifically?
I mean, we were so excited. I think we screamed, and we could hear each other, from miles and miles away when we found out that we got selected. And so we are just honored, thankful, grateful, and just so happy and so proud to share the not just the story of Trinity Hall, but the spirit of Trinity Hall, which is
Mhm.
girl power, unstoppable, perseverance, all of that. And I think that people will really connect with what we're sharing about the school.
Absolutely. It is all those things. So inspiring, so empowering. Chloe, anything you want to add before we end this amazing interview?
Just that we're very excited to be included, and we can't wait to see everyone in March.
Yes, amazing. So you guys will both be there. Sounds like.
Oh
Of
yeah,
course, we
I
will be
love it.
there.
every day. Yep.
Amazing. Thank you both so much. Let me tell everyone watching how you can see Trinity Hall Origins and meet these two amazing powerhouses. It will be screening Sunday, March 24th. The film block starts at 12:15 p.m. at Berkeley Hotel. Definitely check it out. You can see it right below. Get your tickets at gsff.org/tickets. You could also find tickets to a bunch of other events we have. We have a Meet the Filmmakers night, a gala night. There's celebrities, there's parties, there's networking event, there's a Q&A with the filmmakers after every block. There's tons of cool stuff. Check it all out on the website. And again, come see this amazing short documentary and hopefully run into these amazing women. Thank you both again for joining me. Congratulations. And I hope to see you guys at the festival.
Thank you.
Thank
Can't
you.
wait.
My pleasure. Have a great night. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.